one thing that agriculture has done is made things easier for farmers. And they did that by giving them consistent genetics. And most farmers do not regrow and replant their seeds. They buy their seeds every year. Most really good cannabis farmers that I know, actually, they buy their clones from someone they really trust as well, because it lets them focus on the parts of the job that they're good at. Now there are, people that run the gambit of vertical integration, but when you start looking at big agriculture, I usually call extraction milling flour, because I don't know very many grain farmers that mill their own flour, bake their own bread, and own a bakery, because it's really hard to do all of those things well. In fact, nobody does that anymore except like the Amish and the Hutterites, right? And they're good at it, but they're small, right? So I think what we need from the very beginning is to be able to have genetic suppliers, and that's one thing that I see missing in the Jamaican industry, is that there's not nurseries, there's not genetics companies that are doing quality indoor breeding so that they can supply that seed stock to the farmer time and time again. Because you're right, we've absolutely seen the genetic profiles change drastically. And the real trick is now with genetics, we have all these molecular markers and things like that that can assist us.
And that's a big
because
thing.
They are called marker-assisted breeding, because they really can never replace the 35, 40, 50 years of experience of someone looking at this plant every day, loving this plant every day, right? And so I think the reality is, when we talk about the future of genetics here, or St. Vincent, or any place that still has landrace quality, interesting genetics that we want to preserve, the real question is, how do we select the best ones so that we can move that into an agricultural and commercial system that allows us to do quality extracts from it? Because the reality is, most of the product that we see right now grown traditionally isn't the stuff that we want to extract.
And that ties into Dave's mission, is not to produce a big successful strain for big corporations. He wants to do this breeding project for the people of Jamaica. So when Jamaican farmers plant this cultivar, the Lion, it's going to be successful for them. They're not going to get bugs, they're not going to get mildews.
But they're going to have to come back and buy it from him every year. That's actually the trick, is that when a Jamaican goes to plant some carrots or some onions, you go to the store and you buy a bag of seeds of carrots.
He's happy to give it away, I know it. He's already done the other side.
The reality is, when you keep collecting your seeds over and over, those are new children, they're new babies. They're not all going to be good runners again, right?
But listen, that seed will pass. Once that cultivar is produced, a tissue culture company will come in, they'll produce millions of them in perfectly clean initiated plantlets. A nursery company will come in and harden those plants specifically for, whether it's a greenhouse, whether it's outdoor, whether it's whatever it's going to, it will be hardened specifically for that environment. And the room that you'll save as a grower for not having mothers and not having that space vegging constantly, you'll be like, holy shit, I'm making money, but I'm still buying these guys' plantlets. And that's just how, and then when you buy those plantlets, you're gonna get a microbiology lab report that says, this is a snippet of the DNA. We guarantee this is the cultivar and the chemovar that you're going to get, and we guarantee that they are not present are all of these systemic diseases, microbials, and viruses, and fungi.
Liability to takes a lot of it.
And every company in the world that's growing from tissue culture is already doing this. There's no clonally produced plants on the planet, large scale, that aren't done through tissue culture. Every banana, every they do it all.